Hello everybody. In this video I'm going to go over how to check out your art supplies in painting 2, 3, and 4. So you should be grabbing one of these sheets. This was a little bit older one. My printer's not printing right now. I said I can't give you the updated copy of it. Big thing difference is just the cost of replacing things have gone down. And then also down here I did give you another watercolor brush, as well as there's going to be another section here for fan brushes, which you will get as well. Okay, so that's one thing that's going to be different with this. So first off, when you go and grab your cubby, it is going to look a little different because you have kind of a different setup. Okay, we have, this is your, instead of your tube you had when you were in painting 1, we have this canvas roll, which is kind of a unique experience. This is now your watercolor tray, that when you open it up, you can take additional pieces out and be able to mix in this area, and this one also comes out. So you have a little bit, even though it's smaller, it's actually kind of quite a bit bigger, in sense of trying to be able to go ahead and be able to mix more colors into a larger area. Okay, and then obviously if you look at the design that's set up on this one right here, these are the blank areas. Van Dyke Brown is right here, raw sienna, burnt sienna. So you have, that's all labeled out for you, so it's kind of good to go. Okay, you also have, this is normal, it's our standard paint tray, that I'll be kind of going over a little bit as well. But let's get things checked out. So I'm going to open this up. I have this all set, and this is ready to go. So it's black, there's round, and there's flat. So I look over here, there's black tape, so I know one's round, one is flat. And again, just like before, this is crimped right here, so this is your flat brush. This one is not crimped, so this is your round brush. Okay, so I have my two black ones, brown, got that. I have my blue ones, blue and blue, and I just color code them. So the sizes, if you notice, are going from small to large, at least in this set. You might have a set where the top ones might be round or might be reversed. Red ones, I have a red one there, red one there, green one here, green one there, white here, and white there. So I know I have all of my standard brushes. These brushes here are for acrylic and oil. Okay, they're a little bit stiffer. They're kind of made for that. Then we get into watercolor brushes, and that's this part right here. Again, you're gonna have 4 of them instead of 3. These are meant to be able to, they're much softer. They're meant to be able to absorb water quite a bit better. So these are meant for your watercolor brushes. Okay, now it doesn't mean that you can't use these for acrylic and that you can't use these for watercolor. Okay, you'll get different feelings with it, or different techniques. You'll get different textures when you paint, but that's what they're meant for. If you want to paint that way, you can. If you don't want to, that's fine too. Okay, just take care of your brushes. Make sure you wash them well, so they are good for the next person. If you do feel like you have a brush that's really stiff and the person before you did not clean them very well, do talk to me about it. I might see if you can clean it and try to break it up a little bit. Again, a lot of the paint sits inside this ferrule right above there, so when you clean it, you really want to make sure you get inside that with soap and water, so it gets cleaned out, so you don't have crappy brushes. Okay. Next part. It's not on this list, but it's right here. You do have these 2 fan brushes now. You have 2 different sizes. These are not meant to be painted like this. Okay, so I don't want to see you doing that per se, unless you say, well, Mr. Butcher, I'm trying to go for a certain technique. And it's like, oh, okay. I'm not going to necessarily believe you. But these are meant for kind of a special painting technique, which is like painting trees, where you get paint on them and then you dab them. And you can kind of get these really nice effects that only a fan brush can get. They can also use to create, more of that frothy look on water or the tops of crests from waves. So I wanted to give you a couple fan brushes because I do want you to kind of explore that a little bit, whether you're 2, 3, or 4. Okay. Then our large brush is there as well. So again, for gessoing your canvas, or whatever that you have. Okay. Hopefully you have everything. Make sure you check it that you got it. If you don't have it, don't check it. I can try to give you an extra one. You just have to let me know and shoot me an email probably, so I can get that for you. Otherwise, yeah, that's this part right here. Now this is meant to be tied, so I can take this, just do a simple knot here, and then just a bow there like you're tying your shoes, and this is all set to go take home with you. Other things on this list. So the paint roll itself is $10. The water cup, is right here. So again, make sure it has everything should have the same letter on there. I do have extras of these. If you do need one, just let me know. We do not have a pencil. I'm not going to give you a pencil this year. Most people bring their own, so I'm not going to worry about checking one out to you. And that's off the new list anyways. Watercolor tray, went over that. And then paint tray. I do want to talk about paint tray again. Just to remind you, that you have this piece, and now we are using water-based oils. So when you want to use this both for acrylic and for oil painting. And remember, you have the other white sheet that goes over top of that. You never put paint on this, okay? These do have a tendency to start feeling kind of small at your level. That's why I know I can't quite show the entire thing. I do have this new brand that I'm kind of testing out a little bit to see if we want to kind of switch over to this. This is like a 12 by 14 size. This opens up right here. And then this will also have a large sponge here, and then a paper thing that will go on top of that. Depending on the brand that you have, it'll have these things here that'll sit directly down on top of that. And yes, it does get paint on it sometimes, so it doesn't collapse too much. And I don't know if the other lids are like that or not because we had some were back ordered. These are meant to be checked out if you want to try it. I don't have enough for everybody because they're expensive. But I want to kind of test them and see if people do like them. Okay, it does take up more space in your cubby. If we don't have a large painting 2 or 3 group, we're going to have extra cubbies, and you can probably check an extra one out so you can put your paints in. Okay. Other than that, once you're done with this, I would like you to take your paint, your watercolor tray, and take this and then set this down and then just tape this around directly on top of that so we don't lose it. Okay. Other than that, let me know. Shoot me an email with your number or your letter, please, as well as anything that you might be missing. Okay. All right. Let me know if you have any questions, and good luck. Thanks.